We have an update now on the breaking news we first brought to you at the top of the show. Police just moments ago confirming a faculty member at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill is dead tonight, and a suspect is in custody. The chief of police spoke about the tragedy just a few moments ago.
We will not have the answers to at this time. One individual, a faculty member, had been shot. Unfortunately, as we have reported, this person is deceased. We will not be releasing further details. This suspect was taken into custody at 2:31 p.m. The lockdown of the campus remained while police verified the suspect's identity and conducted a comprehensive search for the weapon that was used in the shooting, which at this time has not been located. I want to thank all the law enforcement agencies who responded to assist today.
All of that followed a tense afternoon where reports of an armed and dangerous person led to a 3-hour lockdown on campus today. Let's go now live to NewsNation correspondent Gilad Malamed, who is in North Carolina. Gilad, do we have any information on who this faculty member is?
No, at this time, Chancellor Kevin Guskowitz and other officials here at the University of North Carolina have not released the name of that faculty member. Of course, they're saying their thoughts are with their family, but that's something that they're not ready to release at this time.
Gilad, about an hour or so ago, the school did release a picture of a person of interest. Is that the person who is now under arrest for shooting?
We've asked about this suspect that they took into custody, and they said that they're not giving the name of that person or more information about that identity because the charges have not been filed at this time.
Do we know anything about what a motive might have been?
That's something that I asked them about. I asked the chief of police here at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, is there a motive? They said no, that's not something they're able to say. And also if this suspect knew the faculty member who was killed, if there was any connection between them. That's also something that they said will come through this investigation. And of course, they are looking to ask the suspect a lot of questions about this investigation.
Do we know if the suspect was a student on the school?
That's something that they have not said. They're not giving any identifying marks. We do know that the shots that were fired were in a laboratory building, a science laboratory building, and that the calls came from that building, but they're not saying yet, confirming whether it was a student.
A science laboratory on the campus. What do you make of the fact that they haven't found the rifle or the gun that the shooter used?
Yeah, this is, it's quite a large campus, but really most of what we saw blocked off was focused around where the shots were fired. And part of the reason why they say this lockdown lasted for about an hour and a half after the suspect was taken into custody, because they were working to find this weapon. And as of the latest information we received from them at about 5:45, 6 o'clock, they're still looking to find that firearm. And we know that the area around that laboratory building is still blocked off for that investigation.
And I know that the chancellor announced that classes and all activities at the college have been suspended for the rest of today and tonight, as well as all day tomorrow.
Yes, the classes are canceled today and tomorrow. The chancellor also said that an email went out to students and faculty members letting them know about mental health resources that are available here on campus. But while classes are canceled, normal activity is able to resume. So, students can walk around, they can leave their dorms. That all clear was given at 4:15, so they can move freely. But yes, no classes tonight and no classes tomorrow.
Yeah, and we saw lots of video of pretty shaken up kids, and you can understand why. It's barely 2 weeks into the school year. They spent several hours under lockdown after a shooting. Faculty member killed on campus. Scary stuff. Gilad, thank you so much. Really appreciate you reporting live for us from the campus tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.